Now, we know people can be controversial, especially radio presenter and TV hosts. You know, they say whatever they feel because usually when you get a platform, you know, you feel like, you know, your voice is all. Unfortunately, Kyle Sunderland, sorry, who is a radio presenter in Sydney, Australia, has really gotten the worst end of that. He had to make, it was a 8-minute apology for saying that Mary was not a virgin. I hope everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Magdalene, yeah. And according to, not Magdalene.
Sorry.
Oh, baby. Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
According to the Bible, Mary was a virgin, and, you know, she conceived via immaculate conception, and that's how the Bible is written. Now, when he said, what he said is that essentially that, you know, Mary got a little bit of a whatever behind a donkey or whatever he said, and people are outraged. Reason is Christianity is a religion which a lot of people are prescribed to, and they do believe in that story. Now, when he said his opinion, whatever his opinion was, of course, it's not his company. As much as he's a radio presenter, it's not his company. So the heat that the company got forced them to essentially tell him he had to make an apology if he wants to keep his job.
Yeah.
What do you think as presenters?
I think that was a great move for him to make an apology, but obviously if you made a whole 8-minute apology, you doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Obviously you did something wrong. And I mean, everybody has their own beliefs, and it's not for you to judge or like put one or the other down.
Right.
So
Yeah. I agree with you in the sense that, I mean, the apology is absolutely necessary. I absolutely think they made the right decision to make him do that. And I feel like everybody has their own beliefs, like you said. Everybody knows Dana, you know, she, yeah.
Not
you
a
know,
Christian.
Exactly, she's not a Christian. And a few days ago, you know, she mentioned about like,
I think it was
some things
yesterday.
that are man-made and what, and we were all like, excuse me.
Yeah, God is
but
a theory.
Exactly, everything is a theory. But I feel like it's not even so much about what he said, but how he said it.
Right.
Because, you know, you can
Exactly.
disagree with someone's beliefs without actually disrespecting them. To quote his words, he was saying, oh, she said she got pregnant by a magical ghost. Nonsense. And he goes on to say, if you believe that that's accurate, you're dumb as a dog. So you see, there's a way he could have said, I personally don't believe that Mary was a virgin, but those are my own personal beliefs. But when now it crosses the line to you're actually insulting other people for what they believe, then it's enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to, and I feel like DJs specifically has kind of always been known to be like shock jocks. Like it's more likely to find someone saying something very risque or insulting over the radio. And that's just sort of how I've always seen it, especially in like the West. But what he said was inappropriate because he didn't just say this is not something, this isn't a belief I subscribe to. This is like you're wrong and dumb for believing it. And whether he said that about any religion, any belief system, it wouldn't have been okay by any means. And so I do believe the issuance of an apology was appropriate, but you know his right to feel it is fine. You know, I can't necessarily say I entirely disagree with him that I don't believe in the story, but I don't believe it's appropriate for him to use his platform to go off on this sort of tangent.
And I feel like the thing which I'm picking up here, the biggest, is that it's your platform, but you are an employee. You know, you are an employee. Oprah Winfrey on the OWN network, there are still some things she can do because the license she's received to be able to air anything on that network, still there's a set of rules for that, you know? Like as much as, you know, presenters, we do have like a lot of leeway to say whatever we want to say, we've got to be respectful of the people, number one, the people who have employed us, the rules of broadcasting, and also the people who are watching.
Correct.
For example, I might have some very controversial views personally about so many things that maybe someone at home might feel uncomfortable about, and I'm observant of that. I'm observant of that because I always say, without you here, we are four girls just chatting to each other. So I tend to mind how I'm communicating, especially because if someone is watching, they're here to hear a good show. They're not here to have their beliefs shaken to the core. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And for those ones, I feel like you can post on your own platform. Like if I go now and just post on my social media, it's fine. But like coming to say it on the show, inappropriate.